respect for you, I understand. Baby, you're prettier than me. I hate when you're me. You really think you're all that, baby? You really think you're all that? You really think you're all that, baby? You really think you're all that? This is my life and I cannot live it without you. I'm blindfolded. I know that you do just right what you want. You was my side hoe. I dog you.
Yo, people, what's up? What's up? We've entered it, people. We've entered the final countdown. The last of the last. You know, most people that play this game do make it here, but most don't make it very far afterward. I'll say that much. I'll say that much. This is the last key emblem that you have to do before you fight Nurgle and all his Nurgly goodness. Well, you don't have to fight him, but I'm going to. Definitely going to. As soon as I possibly can. We're gonna do it live on Twitch. It'll look something like this. Most likely here, so tune in tonight. I got a little upload schedule here where I'm gonna upload this final video, the Dragon Quest X or Dragon Quest III HD 2D night. So that'll happen this Thursday. And while we're all playing the game, you guys can tune into the stream, watch me beat the first, basically the first version boss, all solo playthrough, which will be a good time. But now that I've taken care of the housekeeping, guys, what's up? It's the lock-in episode. Today's story portion is a bit of a gooner section, so you're gonna really enjoy. We're still on the Switch version with KU here. We got like the same party setup, really. Running with the team. I still have the Persona 3 character. I haven't changed the cosplay at all. I know what I'm gonna change it to next. I'm just lazy. I'm lazy. So we'll probably do that on the live stream. I'll have a couple of live streams up. Right now it's the 12th. So I'll do a couple of live streams just to prepare. And during those, I'll probably switch over my cosmetics. Make it look all nice and pretty. Get you guys another one. Another banger for you here. But like I said, today's story is also a banger. We're doing more of the Ogreed continent. This time is Glen. Or sorry, we did Glen last time. This time is Gartland Castle. I had to dig deep in there. Gartland Castle, and it's like I said, it's a little interesting. It sets up, or it finishes a lot of what's set up in the first one with the war. But yeah, you'll see we have some interesting characters here. Dragon Quest definitely knows how to do these designs and set up the dichotomy within us all, you know? But yeah, as you see the title, this is the lock-in episode. This is the one just to convince you guys to really get within yourselves. Nothing is stopping you but yourself, you know? Whatever you want to do, whatever you're afraid of, whatever you need to do, just do it. Just do it. It's so easy. And you know what can be hard is because you have all these things in your way. You have all this social media, you have all this addiction, you have all the weed, you have all the drugs, you have all the alcohol, you know, you have all the women, you have all the porn. It's crazy. It's crazy how many distractions can come. But I need to convince you that you are versing yourself. You don't gotta get better than all these other people here. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta get better than him, her, you, me, she. No more comparisons. It's time to just lock in, put your head down, and do the work. This is your calling, man. It is lock in session. You know, it's the winter arc. It's the winter arc, and I know a lot of guys are struggling. A lot of guys are lost. You know, a lot of guys are confused. But I've given you the tools. I've given you the necessary elements. I just need you to know that I am here. I believe in you. I believe in you. I also believe in my ability to speak. That's why I'm here. Hope you guys like the setup I have here. This is what I'm going to use for the streaming. I don't know what else to say, but I love avocados, you know? I hope that explains a lot. But yeah. We got Zama Beacon here. I don't know what else to say. It's a pretty okay little section here. It's actually a pretty long trek from Glen Castle to Gartland Castle. Usually these traveling sections aren't too bad. This one you can get confused, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different pathways. Couple different maps. I do like it though. I do like it though. I do think this is a pretty long trek from continent to continent though. Indeed. Let's see what we have on the docket for my notes here. Setting my zoom stone because this is what we will come back to in terms of story progress. We're gonna come back to this area, but I'll get into the story later. You know, I think I want to talk about diversity and equity. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, you know? It's happening in a lot of games. It's happening in Dragon Quest, you know? It's happening in real life, if you haven't realized. Most jobs have some kind of program for it. But yeah, I suppose as a minority, in my sexuality and, you know, skin color, I should feel happy. I should feel catered to, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know, the dirty truth of it all is that most political beliefs are self-serving, you know? They're doing it as like a martyr, as like a white knight, you know, like those social justice warriors, or, you know, those guys white knighting for girls online and defending them. They're really just like trying to get something, honestly. Like, and if you're one of those people and you're like, oh no, that's not me, I don't want anything out of it, it's all selfless, you know? I'm like, if that person gave something to you because of what you did, you'd be very happy, you'd be very pleased, and you'd be very happy you did it. And, you know, it's not a bad thing, but when you look at it in this frame, it sort of opens your eyes to the reality that people are just doing their thing in their bubble. Nobody really cares about you, you know? Nobody really gives a fuck. No matter who you are, what your background is, you know, what your story is. People are just doing their thing, and you know, unless you're benefiting them in some way, unless you're creating something, unless you're, you know, building something, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna give 2 shits, 3 shits, 4 shits. People won't, man. Yeah, they won't give a flying fuck about anything about you. And it's not like a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, you know, honestly, because if you think about it, a lot of these issues that people are talking about in video games and diversity and stuff, like most trans people don't care, or most people don't care about trans people, you know, that much. They're just like, they're here, you know, whatever. They can have their rights, but people push it on us and shove it down our throats, you know what I'm saying, and make us act like, oh my gosh, like oh they're struggling to, you know, they just want to exist, you know, and we just want to let them exist. But in media, they have to make it all diverse and not just create what they want. I think I was trying to do the camera here or something. But yeah, inherently, when the art or anything becomes like an agenda, it's always self-serving. Like, there's no way you're putting like some kind of agenda out there to truly help other people, and that's like the end of it, you know? So you have to think like we're all influencers. We all influence our own environment, our own area around us, our own section of the earth, right? So if you want to make this environment for yourself and for others that's inherently pushing the prosper of acceptance and human race harmony. I think everybody is. Well, I think most people are. I feel like if you're watching this video, you probably are. Um, but the thing is, if you're trying to do that, um, you don't need to cater. You don't need to pander. Is the thing, and that's what a lot of people can see. Like, you can see right through. You can feel it when people are inherently talking down to you and acting like you're lesser because you're of this marginalized group. And it doesn't feel good. You just kind of want to exist. You just kind of want to harmonize, You just kind of want to sing the song with them, and they're all like, we got to accept this person's song way more even though you sang worse. You may have sang worse. And they're like, "No, we got to accept your song so many more times just because you're this person." I just want the same treatment. We all just want the same treatment, or at least a harmonized treatment. Everybody wants to be looked at for their merit, not their identity, who they are, not what they do. And it's very frustrating to see all this hate and undirected hate too, because people are just, maybe they hate like one side of it or one aspect of it, and then the hate just gets overblown and they say something really crazy. It's just dumb. So here we are at the Gartland Castle. That was a weird talk to start out the day. I try not to make it political too much. I try to accept all political creeds, but um, yeah, it inherently gets political sometimes. I took the wrong warp. We're going to the castle right up top here. I love this castle. It's very big, very extravagant. I think besides the main castle in version 2, it may be one of the biggest castles. Gartland really goes hard with their construction, architecture. So what happens here, I'll go ahead and do the story spoilers since we're getting into this. I'll go ahead and skip ahead if you don't want to get the spoilers for what's going on today. I am going to have to explain it to you because we are on the Switch version, so there is no dialogue. We have our sage Malin here. She is a very voluptuous woman. She helped us with that guy who just stole our wallet. Also, very easy way to, get your wallet back. You just throw him into the sea. That guy's in Eltona now, probably. Um, yeah, so we have her wallet back, and she's going to see the king, just like we are. And then once she sees the king, we learn about the problem that's going on here in Gartland. Basically, all of the strong warriors are going missing. Like, nobody knows what's happening, and they just keep disappearing out of the blue. And how they started disappearing was when there was a convoy to deliver a gift to Gartland Castle Kingdom. I remember that? Remember that place that we were in last episode? They were delivering a gift to Gartland Castle Kingdom, a pendant. So the one that he was wearing, and then he disappeared on the way back. And or on the way there, somewhere. He disappeared, and he didn't come back, and then the search party looking for him just keep disappearing, basically. And so that's the problem with Gartland Castle. Over in the king's room, we basically say we're gonna go try and find out where they went. We're gonna search Zama Beacon and see what's happening here with 2 of the soldiers. You got a strong warrior here, one of the last guys. This guy, I forget what his name is. And cute ogre girl. I forget what her name is too. I think it's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I really forget. It's not ringing a bell here. You see, my memory is very good. But yeah. So when we go to the Zama Beacon to figure out what happened, basically this guy disappears, he gets puffed away, and she's like, "Oh no, we have to go back to the king to tell him what happened." Malin is back with the king as well, and she's like, "Don't worry, I know where he is. We got to go to this cage in the Gilzad region, you know, you got to go to the thieves' hideout, and then they're in the end of a cave, and we find out that the sage is trapping the warriors there in order to spark a war with basically Glen Castle. And Malin over here is not such a good person. She's working with another sage to trick the basically trick the people, you know, into giving them their strongest warriors, and then she's trapping them all in the Colosseum, brainwashing them to fight each other, and it's bad news bears. So after we go to the cave, we go back to the king. We get our twist episode here. Um, and then Malin transforms and almost kills the king, and then she captures him. She captures the other guy. She doesn't capture. I'm still blanking on that name. It's still hurting me. Um, but nevertheless, we go to the Coliseum with her because she's the only one they didn't capture. I think she's only capturing guys for some reason. But she's the strong girl. She's the strong, cute ogre girl, which we love. So we go to the Coliseum with her, and then we see all the guys fighting each other, training to go to war. Malin explains her plan of putting the Ogreed continent into war and summoning the Lord Nurgle. And through that, oh yeah, so yeah, and then basically the end plot is the villain here is the clown guy. He's gonna come back later, a couple versions later, just to be a reoccurring villain. Very interesting character, but nevertheless, that's the basic gist of the story for this episode. Kind of a banger tale, honestly. There's a lot of good twist in there. There's a lot of good character designs, very good cutscenes, and it sets up a lot of different plot points for later. So we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this, indeed. So no more spoiler chat. We're gonna cut it off there for story, and just enjoy. I'll give the basic gist of what's going on here. Give my my dumb little, what do you call it, voice acting. Poof. Beautiful, beautiful. So now he's dancing around. He's like, "What? Oh, let's go!" Yeah. Hilarious. So now he's like, "Hold out your hand, little kid." And he's like, "What? Ah!" Yep. And then he poofed it into his hand. Now he gave him that doll, and that's actually going to set up a side quest storyline for later. The doll is obviously cursed because he's a bad guy. So that sets up kind of a plot line with the doll that we'll have to go through later. Quite a bit later. I'm talking like maybe a couple versions later is when we have to do it. And I might just wait until we have to do it because they're not that interesting storylines, if I'm being real with you. But nevertheless, this story is very basic in this game. As long as you know Dragon Quest and general fantasy story guidelines, it's not hard to follow generally. So here we are at the Zama Beacon. This is where they are searching around for the different people that were lost. And she's like, "Oh, wait, where is he? Since he's not here?" Yeah. "Help! The guy I was with disappeared. I gotta tell you what happened. We were walking along, and then I was like, what's this? We're here at the Zama Beacon. Yeah, we've arrived." And then he's like, "Oh, my stomach hurts." And then he went. So it's actually kind of a mystery where they're going here because you don't see anyone else using it. You know, you don't see anyone actually disappearing him. So it's like, I gotta go back and tell the king. Yeah. So wait for it. I'm alive. Here we go. So we're going back to the castle. I'm just gonna zoom to Port Town Linder because I don't have a zoom to the castle. I think I was going to set a zoom stone to the castle at one point. I think I decided against it because I'll just South Port Town Linder it and use the Bazoom Girl to get to anywhere. So in general, from the beginning of the game, this is where you would go to zoom everywhere until you get to version 2 and you get the Mega Zoom Stone. Then you can kind of warp around some places, but she's still very useful, I would say. You can zoom to any place. It used to be 3 times a day. But now that this game is way more casual, it is endless. So, very helpful zoom spot to have at the beginning of the game now. It's kind of like your everywhere zoom spot. As long as you've been there, you can go back. Very nice. So I would say beginning of the game, definitely set that. I'll probably do a little video on a lot of good tips to do beginning of the game, because there are a couple of things that are just important to know. Just in case you guys want that, let me know. And yeah, going back to the castle here. That was just me. I was gonna go set the zoom stone here, but I was like, fuck it, it's too long. It's too long of a walk. We're wasting time. We're wasting time. Okay, so when we go to talk to the king, Malin's there, and she tells us basically where to go. We're going to the hideout. To see where all the captured guys are. All the captured soldiers. And yeah, what was I talking about? DEI early in this video? I got kind of distracted with everything. The thing is, you just gotta rebirth yourself in the moment, you know? Oh yeah, I was talking about it. We are all influencers, you know? You can influence your community, and then you gotta watch what you consume, and don't drown yourself in other people's opinions, you know? Oh yeah, I forgot there was a convoy that went to the hideout, and then he came back from it, and he was like, that's where they are! Yeah, so this is the guy who figured out where we're supposed to go. And he is almost dead. He almost died for it. Indeed. Uh-huh. Oh shit, I forgot about this guy. Of course I remember this guy's name. This is the legendary soldier Spindle. Spindle is amazing. We all love Spindle. You saw him in the intro. So Spindle's the comic relief character who actually they have pudgy knights in this game that actually do work, you know what I'm saying? Spindle is not one of them, but he's a very good character. I will say that, you know? He's very justified in his actions. They gave him a lot of backstory, so I enjoy him. That is a cool ass weapon, by the way, that Malin has. It's like, it's not a club. It's like an extendo club. Like it's a weapon that you don't often see in very many animes. You know, like, so basically it has 3 parts to it that disconnect and whip around. Basically like a club whip, you know. I think Poison Ivy, or is it Poison Ivy? I think it's just Ivy from Soul Calibur. I don't think it's Poison Ivy. I think it's just Ivy. She has that weapon, just in a different size. You know? Weapon fits her size, you know? Weapon fits her size. But yeah, we have our objective. We're going to the Gilzad region now, and now I can actually use the zoom stone from up here. Before, it was stopping me because of that cutscene, so now we can actually zoom out of here. If you didn't know that, you can zoom out from that area there. Normally you would hit your head, but there are some points in castles where you can zoom out of, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yo. Another thing to remember about these warps is that you don't really have to go directly to the warp, you just have to enter the map to go there. So right here, we were in this map, but I don't think I've been near that region, you know? So as long as you enter the map, you can go there, essentially. And I think I actually went to the wrong one when I clicked there, but thanks to some movie magic here, we can warp to the right place. So here we go. We are going to the Gilzad region. So we're gonna have to go to this lower part. I think I was thinking just now that we would have to go to the Orseko Kingdom to go to the last part of this quest, but I was wrong. I was wrong, and it's okay to be wrong as long as we eventually become right, you know? As long as that wrong eventually goes correct, eventually. And time is immaterial. We all have our own paces, races, graces, slaces, and maces. Indeed, indeed. Yep. I'm gonna be streaming live next 3 days here before the game releases. I'm not sure exactly when. Probably just for a few hours. Oh shit. And hopefully I won't drop everything on the floor. That was my water. This is why you use water bottles, guys, because we are very non-careful people. I'm the most non-careful person I know. Of course it is just water, so it wouldn't matter if it spilled everywhere. We got wood floors. Wood floors are the way to go, man. But, yeah, what was I saying? I'm reaching my last days in this location. We're gonna move soon. Not sure where, but the lease is up, and we don't want to renew it. We don't want to renew it, so kind of enjoying the last moments here in this environment. I'll get a little log of stuff so I can like look back and be like, oh yeah, I was living there, you know? Yeah. Then I'll give you guys, you know, the tale, the story, the progression into something new here. I think this volume's a little high, so I'm gonna turn it down. Combat in this game gets pretty loud. I'm trying to figure out where you get a couple of classes. You can get the pirate class, and there's a couple of quests for different ones. Like I think the Monster Master class leads you here as well, but you get the pirate class here that they just released not too long ago. This is like one of the recent ones. Very high damage capacity in this class. So I might be using it for this character, along with Monster Masher. I think I'm either gonna go Paladin or Pirate. It's gotta be a P. We gotta be pushing P. First, because those are inherently easier quests to handle. You know? They're just inherently easier. So, why not, right? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? And I know how to play Pirate, but it's hard unless I'm AI, and I kind of want to AI it. Or I want to AI my healers and my crazy level 100 character. And do it that way. I want to play most of the playthrough as KU, you know? And then I'll just grind up my baby character on the side. But I think I want to complete most of the playthrough as this character. Most of the playthrough. I don't know. I might do version 2 as baby just because. Yeah. Don't really matter, right? It don't really matter. It's all me, man. I'm just making choices, making decisions. Here, let me, I'm actually gonna hold this. Oh, it's stuck. Here, because this is gonna, it's gonna look a lot better on camera there, you know? I guess you guys give you guys a little tour of the room here. We got, what do we got? My damn chair there, you know what I'm saying? The sparkly chair with the green screen, little mirror too. Mirror too. You got the music corner with my piano and AC. Got the bed. Slightly made. I guess I could flap that. Flap that. All nice and comfy. All nice and comfy. And then we got the Sakura City robe. The Sakura City rug. And my little work corner over there where I got all the appliances. It's a pretty cool place. We got our cave too here. The Cave of Wonders. The Cave of Wonders. This is where we find the wonder, the honey. The sage. We got two sages here that are working together. And yeah, the designs are immaculate. Is all I can say. Is all I can say. Let's watch this cutscene. Let's watch this cutscene. You know, don't go in too hard, guys. Just hold within yourselves. You know. Breathe with me. Breathe with me. See, you're already looking good. Already looking fire. You know what I'm saying? Already. Okay, what do you? Oh, you're talking to the prisoners. There's the pendant. There's the MacGuffin of the day. So this is what's been causing all the miasma. What happened was it was a gift, but it got infected by miasma, and then the person who was the convoy turned into this because of miasma. And I'm like, yo, this miasma don't be that good. I'm gonna do twad, you know? Yo, can I get some miasma real quick? Can I get two? I'll take two slices of miasma. I'll take. Actually, you know, like give me three. Give me 4,000. Actually, let me just get 4,000. Just get 4,000. It's here the boss. I'm gonna put this back. Put this back over here. Here we have the boss. It's basically easy like all the other ones. She actually does do charms, a lot of status effects, but in general, she's the easier of the two. It's gonna be over pretty quickly here, no problems. I think we get like the spin. It does 2 hits. Now she's red. So yeah, there's a charm. And then Parallax will probably do it. And there it is. Or that was Exhilarate. Yes. So I really do feel like axes are like the most damaging weapon. They just do crazy damage. Double swords is really OP with Battle Master though. This is true. And there she goes. And we have our hero here to save the day. The No Nut November Savior. Thank you, Spindle. Thank you, Spindle. And he's got the pendant, so Spindle's gonna take it back, and he's not a strong warrior, so they're not looking to capture him. That's the key. That's the key. Sometimes it's good not to be the best, you know? And I think that's wise. Like, sometimes it's good to nerf yourself, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta know when to tactically nerf yourself here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be humbling yourself constantly, you know? It's a tactical thing, you know? Tactically being silent, tactically being an asshole, tactical. Tactful, tactical. But yeah, let's get out of here. We go back to the king. Back to the king! Yeah. Get into the topics of the day here a little bit. It is lock-in season, man. I'd say the best way if you're scared, if you're doubtful, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn. You just gotta learn. And sometimes the best way to learn is experience, as we know. But that clarity, if you will, clarity is where we find our comfort in the uncomfortability. comfort in that uncomfortable. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time, and then we're gonna move on. Okay. Comfort in that uncomfortability. That's where you find it. That's where you find it. You just gotta learn more about it. You gotta do it with experience. You know, you gotta just jump in, cannonball. But sometimes you like dipping your toes in. I like dipping my toes in. We can dip our toes in. You know, I'd say 1% every day. Oh, there's a butterfly. It's very cute. I'd say 1% a day. More than enough. You're good. You're good. 1% a day. 1% a day. So you gotta break these steps down to what we want to be. Break our fears down into the smallest of steps, you know? I'm saying if you want to talk to more people, you know what I'm saying? Go out to the grocery store, say hi to one person a day, you know? It's that easy. It's that easy. And it's gonna get easier. You just have to stay consistent. We just have to get on a grind, on a specific, you know, headspace level. But no matter what it is, you just gotta do it, you know? You just gotta figure it out and do it. And I feel like that's the secret to manhood. That's the secret to everything, you know? Just getting down to brass tacks and putting pen to paper, pencil to pad, headphones to sound box. I don't know. That is the secret though. And a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to just do it consistently. Like you'll do it for a day. Of course you'll do it for a day. But you won't do it for the next day. And you won't do it for the day after that. And you won't do it for a week after that. And you won't do it for a month after that. You know what I'm saying? We're so easy at just doing it once or twice. But when you push through all odds, you know what I'm saying? Don't take this for granted. Like we all got this right here, this heartbeat, this drive in us. This going, you know what I'm saying? Don't take that for granted. You know, you gotta grow into what you want to be, because I feel like we all want to be something higher than ourselves. You know, we all have that hypergamy within us. So this is where Spindle realizes this is the pendant. Ooh, it's reacting, and she took it. Ooh, she seems very angry. She's got the pendant. She is the one that took it off of the Gartland Castle king, but she was the one who put it on him in the first place too. You know, she probably just used it to charge him up in the last story. But yeah, Malin's evil. If you didn't realize, monstrous Malin is a monster. Oh no! I know it's insane. You didn't see it coming. That was an amazing dodge, Spindle. Look at him. Amazing warrior, but he gets captured too. Spindle is captured. But don't worry, the king is going to come up and save the day. Oh, that was a terrible miss. That was a terrible miss. King, what are you doing? Ooh. And there's that animation. So now she sees that and she's like, oh, you're the one who was taken all. Yeah. So what she is doing, like I said before in the spoiler section, she's gathering all the warriors, strong warriors, to start a war within Glen. You know, spark the needles of it, cause miasma to rise, all that bad guy stuff. So we're gonna take her down. They are gathering them all in the Orseko arena, and she's like, "Come to the Orseko arena. I'll get her. We're gonna kick her ass." She's very angry, as you would be. She kind of stole the king, so it's a little bad. It's a little bad. Yeah, the stakes get high in this one. The stakes get high. Speaking of getting high. I don't know if this is allowed on YouTube, but I don't care. It's kind of a trek to the Orseko kingdom. So this is actually an arena that was used in the olden times here. This game is all about time travel, so there's a lot of quests that relate to going back to the past or how the past was or things like that. So this arena was actually where Glen Kingdom was in war against another faction we'll get into later on in a couple versions. But the warring factions were basing their well, the ogres of the time were basing their war out of the arena. They were training them up, whatnot. So this place actually becomes a town in a later version, which is pretty cool. Like, you know, to get a dungeon and then see it olden ways as a town. I imagine for all the Japanese players playing this when it was coming out, it would be a pretty cool experience, basically. You know, it's like, oh shit, this dungeon that I experienced 4 years ago is reimagined in a new way, and the story actually makes sense with it. But some of the versions really are bangers like that. Version 4 is a very time travel heavy chapter, as well as 6 and the end of 1 here. But we're gonna do the end of 1 quest hopefully tonight. When I upload this, I'll probably just upload this, and then like an hour later I'll hop on live and we'll knock that stuff out here. So look forward to that, guys, if you're watching this when it all goes down, if you're in the room when it happens. Indeed. So I like this map. This is the big Wild West map. It reminds me of Cowboy Bebop, or a couple scenes from it. Could do a Cowboy Bebop cosplay. I could. Thinking about that. But I know what I want my next one to be already, so sticking to my guns, you know, making my plan, getting my schedule, all that joy. And I feel like if you stand up business, guys, you're already a winner. If you can win by yourself, you're already a winner. What do we get here? It was a nice little club axe thing. Okay. Indeed. But yeah, standing on business, man. It's the way to go. To be someone of your word, you know? And if you're afraid of that, then don't say a lot of words. It's not like the greatest solution, but I think words all have power, and if you say less of them, then the ones that you do say will have more weight. So utilize your silence, you know? Utilize that silence. Yeah. I'd say work. Work through the chaos, man. Work through the misery. Work through anything, you know what I'm saying? But definitely if it's chaotic, if it's terrible, if it's sad, you know, if it's depressing, you know, if you feel like you can't do anything, you know, then change what you can do. Change your mindset. Because you can do something, you know, and change your mindset about what you can do. Be like, that is enough. Like, that's more than enough. That's actually, holy shit, I can't believe I did that much. I just said I can't do anything, and I did something. Progressing towards my goal, that's way more than enough. That's like, thank God I did that much, you know? Yeah, we gotta stop being so hard on ourselves, man. We're all depressed and just constantly layering in the cake of bullshit. A layered cake of bullshit. Here we are at the Orseco Kingdom of bullshit. I don't know why I love bullshit so much right now. Oh my god, see the sound effects are like, that was splitting through my ears right there. I'll probably edit this in post Make sure all my levels are right, but Jeezy Weezy. Um, what we have here is the cutscene for all the battling. So they're all fighting each other. It's kind of insane. And she's mind controlling them with her miasma powers or whatever. Spindle's here though. He's not mind controlled, and he's gonna fight her. Oh no, it's Spindle's. Spindle is. He's just kind of. He's trying to survive, you know. He's just trying to survive. But once he makes it to her, he'll land the finishing blow. I promise. Okay, so here we go. We have the dungeon. Like I said, it's gonna be a map for a town later on. It's pretty cool. And enjoy the traveling through it. I'm gonna get more into some quotes about locking in. So the thing about work and about progress and about getting rich and famous and having a lot of bitches and all this shit. Like some people want all that's in life, right? And they want all that without putting all into life, without putting everything you got into it, without becoming more than you are already. Some people want that all. You have to recognize what you want out of life, and if you want to be just right here where you are for the rest of your life, then just do the same thing. Just be yourself, don't become more. But if you do, you have to lock in. You have to stay consistent. You have to grind and get in this shit every day. Metal slime! So I think this is our first metal slime. Metal medley, excuse me, is what they're called. And that is Hatchet Man. We got him. Oh yeah. So that's plenty of EXP. I actually don't think it levels me up though, which is sad. It's a whole medley. I didn't have my buffs on, so I didn't have the food buff or the bonus time on, so it makes a difference, I promise you. It makes a difference. Quite a big difference, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna turn off the audio for yeah, so I'm just gonna record my voice here with the video, turn off the audio for the game, and see if I can just get some better sound quality going on here, because it does sound loud in my headphones. So I'll see if this later half of the episode has better sound quality. It is pretty loud and proud, and it's good to be loud and proud, but not at all times. Not at all times. Sometimes you need a little balance in the audio levels. I'm kind of an audiophile, so what can I say? This is probably gonna sound good. Probably. I can't guarantee everything, I'm not perfect. Oh, let me unplug. That's my perfect. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Honestly, we'll figure that road out when we come to it. Honestly. Yeah, man. The grind will kill you, but you gotta let your faith guide you. You can't go into this thinking like, there's no way I'm gonna know if this is gonna be fruitful, or there's no way I'm gonna know if I'm gonna be able to keep this up, or there's no way I'm gonna know if I'm not gonna die doing this, or kill myself with the next one, or blow up too much and become a horrible person in myself. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to know in the future, so just kind of gotta go for it. Just kind of gotta go in. Just kind of gotta go in. Okay, here we go. Get another banger cutscene here. Another banger cutscene here. Can I? Oh no. She is like way thicker. Okay. So, thing about Malin, she's using them against us, and she's summoning like brainwashed versions. And then what's gonna happen? Oh shit! Yo, this is great. Boom! Cha! Oh, yo. It's great. It's great. See, we love good, cute ogre girl. She's great. She's great. She's fantastic. I feel like more needs to be done with her. I feel like more will be done with her because she is an important character in the offline version. And it's not like she doesn't do a lot in the story. It's just like they downplay her strength a lot. You know, they're like, come on, man, come on. She good. She good. So this is what I was saying about the weapon. I'll go put it back. This is what I was saying about the weapon. It's crazy good. Like, look at this. It's like a club that like stretches out, you know? So she can hit with it, of course. She can smack you. I want to see her do like the. She did it before. The one where she stretches her club out. I don't think she'll do it again. Because she's almost dead. Yeah, she's not gonna do it again. But they need to make this a usable weapon in the game. They need to. I don't like how much he jiggles. Yo. It's okay. So, this is the Goon episode, though. This is the Goon episode, so forgive me. Forgive me for the Goon. You know, it's what has to happen because you have to lock in. I am making this the hardest November you've ever seen in your life. In your life. No. But yeah, guys. It's about what you can take away. It's about your progress within yourself, you know. It's about what you want in life. First of all, in general, it's about what you want in life. And you have to be real about yourself with what you want, you know. If you want, like, a bunch of power, a bunch of money, a bunch of girls, a bunch of anything, you know, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of yourself. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of yourself to get a lot of that quantity, a lot of that good, you know, because if you don't, you do it some insidious way, you're not gonna get the proper amount that you need. You know, you're not gonna get not the proper amount that you need, but the proper quality of it. You know, you might get nothing's gonna be enough for these kinds of people, but the quality that you're gonna get in there is not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna have good quality relationships. Um, if you don't really take the time and effort to work on yourself, you know, and get in that grind, and get out of the goon. But this is the goon episode. Oh my gosh, the base sweaty animations. Oh my god. How long do I hover here? Breathe with me, okay? Breathe with me. We're good. We're stable. Let me get this Chester chest. We're stable. Wonderful. But yeah, this is that chapter. This is that time to connect with your soul. You know, this is once again the winter arc. You know, we're wintering. We're wintering. And whatever that looks like for you, like I said, I'm not labeling things. I'm not putting you in the driver. I'm putting you in the driver's seat. You know, I'm putting you in the driver's seat as far as the person watching this video, and I'm in the driver's seat. Obviously, I'm the one making it. So, and KU is doing KU. You know, we love her for what she does. She's in the seat. She's in the hot seat. We're going back to the throne to get the honors from the king because we did some crazy things here. Let's be real. We saved the whole kingdom. We saved all the strong warriors. You know, that was a big deal. The Orseko kingdom, Gartland Castle story, key emblems. It's actually pretty important what you did here. You know what I'm saying? This is the first quest where it's like, oh shit, you know, damn. Okay. saved like the whole kingdom when everybody was gone. Like, so honestly, they could have, if you didn't stop this, if you think about it, they could have attacked Gartland Castle basically with no strong warriors in it, you know? Is what would have happened, because she was stealing all the warriors, and the Glen Castle king was about to go to war with Gartland Castle, and then they would have had basically no king there and no warriors. Like, whoa. So we get a king emblem, obviously. They summoned us. They didn't even make us walk all the way up there. They just summoned us and like, we'll carry you up. Well, it's beautiful. I'm very tired, as you can see, so I'm glad they did carry me up. I don't think I could have made it. All right. And we're done. Guys, always remember, it's gonna get ugly before it gets beautiful. So when you lock in, this shit ain't gonna be easy. You come over here. This shit ain't gonna be easy. This shit will not be easy. Remember that. Remember that. Hold peace with it, you know? No matter what, I got this. We got this. We gonna make it. You know, Kendrick said we gonna be alright. We will be alright, okay? We will be alright. So, that's all I got to say. We're at the end of the episode. You guys want to see me sit on the king? I know. I'm gonna sit on the king. Okay. So we're done. Everybody have a wonderful Thursday. Join me live on Twitch. Join me live on Twitch. Join me live on Twitch. Don't join me live on Twitch. Join me live on Twitch.